James Hunt for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow.
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable true school sports empire, and y'all know the rest. Listen, man, I'm still here out in nature, getting it in. While I'm here, and I got some time because I've been on this train for like, what is it, like 5 hours now? So knock out one last video. Let's talk some Stephen Fulton, Brandon Figueroa too, because supposedly Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa are doing a rematch, and really it shouldn't come as a big surprise because this is a fight that PBC wanted for a long time. For those of you who have long memories about boxing, you may remember before Fulton fought Inoue, this is a fight that was in the works. This is a fight that was discussed last year, so it's really not surprising that it's happening this year. Now, you guys can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have like my computer in front of me or internet, but from what I understand, apparently Figueroa has been upgraded to the full champion because he posted on his story on Instagram that he's now a 3-time champion. So if he is the WBC champion and the WBC title is on the line, then I would like to know like what's the status of Ray Vargas, what happened with him, why is like Figueroa not fighting Ray Vargas, you know, because that was a fight that was discussed for a long time. But as far as like Fulton and Figueroa, the rematch, I think this fight's really interesting because, you know, Stephen Fulton, he's coming off a knockout loss to Inoue, got whooped. Brandon Figueroa hasn't really been fighting a whole lot, so he's not the most like match fit. Yeah, like I was saying, Brandon Figueroa ain't the most match fit. Like he hasn't been fighting a whole lot. He's actually probably, in my opinion, as far as the featherweight division, he has become one of the more forgotten featherweights. Because remember, this division, you know, guys like Nick Ball and Angelo Leo and Espinoza, Carrington, you know, it's been a very active weight class this year. And I feel like in 2024, Figueroa has been one of the forgotten fighters. So it's a chance for him to really remind the world that he is still one of the top featherweights of the world. I do think coming into the fight that Figueroa is the fresher fighter, like, because Stephen Fulton, you know, he got whooped by Inoue in devastating fashion, and then he had a hard, really tough out of Carlos Castro where he got dropped and had to really grind that win out. So there's a lot of question marks on Stephen Fulton as a featherweight. Like, people are questioning his chin. You know, he wasn't a big puncher in his best weight class at 122. So how is he going to be able to keep a guy like Figueroa off of him? Well, let's be honest. In their first fight, which by the way I thought Fulton won that fight, but it was close. In their first fight, Stephen Fulton could not keep Brandon Figueroa off of him. Brandon Figueroa was able to close the gap. Brandon Figueroa was able to hurt him multiple times and make it very difficult on him. So now with more weight on him and a couple, you know, a knockout loss and a nerdy moment against Castro, you know, there's reason for concern for Stephen Fulton. So we'll see how it goes, man. I think it'd be a good fight. These two obviously have a big score to settle because Brandon thinks he won the first fight. Fulton thinks he won the second fight, or he won the first fight. So we'll see what happens in the rematch. But it's crazy because, you know, Fulton beat Figueroa, and that was like the first time Naya Inoue started talking about Steve Fulton. And it was that fight that I think led to Fulton getting the Inoue payday in the Inoue fight. So I know Brandon Figueroa has to feel some type of way about that. So if Figueroa can come in here, beat Fulton in impressive fashion, I think it puts him in a driver's seat for an Inoue fight. And as far as the style matchup, I mean, I'll put it to y'all like this. Stephen Fulton, I think, has developed a habit in his last, 4 to 5 fights of staying in the pocket too long. And I think he needs to get back to the basics of what made him Stephen Fulton in the first place, which is I think he needs to be a sharper, better fighter from the outside of mid-range. I think Stephen Fulton needs to sit in the pocket a little less in this fight because we saw what sitting in the pocket did for him against Carlos Castro. Wasn't like it worked out later on, but he got caught pulling straight out and got a flash knockdown. He beat Brandon in their first fight because of his ability to stay sharp on the outside. He was beating these guys like K-Guy and Isaac Avalar in sensational fashion due to his sharpness on the outside. So I want to see Fulton get back to that in this fight. I don't want to see him in the pocket with Figueroa. Because I'll tell you like this is a higher weight class. This is a weight class where I think like Stephen Fulton isn't coming in with like in the best form. I think he needs to give himself that confidence, and the best way he'll have confidence in this fight is to at least in the early rounds, you know, I'm talking like the first 3 to 5 rounds, you know, keep Figueroa off of him and dominate this fight from the mid-range and the outside. Brandon Figueroa has to, you know, do what he did in the first fight, but do it a lot earlier. You know, get in Stephen Fulton's chest, keep the punch output nice and high, and yeah, just go ahead and place those shots to the body, and maybe before you know it, Stephen Fulton gets hurt, and maybe he can get a stoppage, and then we're talking about him in a whole different light. But yeah, it's, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they said it was going to be on the Tank undercard. I could be wrong, but I believe it was on the Tank Lamont Roach undercard. If it's not the Tank Lamont Roach undercard, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But yeah, those are my preliminary thoughts on Fulton Figueroa 2. I'm gonna enjoy my my train ride. But yeah, give me your guys your comments down below. What do you make of Fulton Figueroa 2? I know the popular opinion is probably gonna be the fact that most people are picking Brandon Figueroa because of Stephen Fulton's current form in his last 2 fights. But if you are picking Stephen Fulton, let me know in the comments down below. I kind of was hoping that Steve Fulton would fight Nick Ball, because I think Steve Fulton can beat Nick Ball. I think Nick Ball is actually a more winnable fight for Steve Fulton than Brandon Figueroa at featherweight. That's my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding from Daniel. So until next time, thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canastota, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.